Hey, this is Passy from Passy's World of ICT, the guy with the white hat, and we're here to help you excel at Excel. And here is our next lesson. We're going to be doing Excel percentage calculations and getting a whole working workbook for Flossie's flower shop to help her better run her business. Okay, so we suggest you set the video play speed to 1.5x or even 1.75x. So if you go to the YouTube player bar, there's a tools cog down there. Make sure it's on HD and then get playback speed 1.5. So you click on this playback speed, it'll open up this menu, go to 1.5 or 1.75 and click on that so the video plays faster and it'll go a lot better because we're a slow talker. Now this is a long lesson and there is a video timeline index in the video description. So we suggest you take breaks because there's a lot to do here. A lot of different things to learn and it will take a while to do that. All right, so we're going to learn how to use Excel for stock and sales in business. So there's Flossie's Flowers where the two sisters work at, and they want to run their whole business and their pricing and sales and everything out of Microsoft Excel, and we are here to help them do that. All right, so we're going to be calculating percentage increases. We're going to be doing percentage discounts and also applying sales tax on at the end of the process, as is done in most countries. We're going to have them work out what marked price is and selling price. We're going to copy and transpose formulas down columns to make work easier and save a lot of time. We'll also be learning about absolute cell referencing or locking into a particular cell so that when you copy the formula, it does not change. And we'll be doing formatting cells and cell borders, which we have done in the previous lesson. And cost price, mark price, discount, tax, and selling price are all the things we have to do in this lesson. So you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to do. So that's why it's such a long lesson. And we've broken it up into doing the markup first, then doing discounts, doing global sales, doing tax, and finalizing with the selling price. So if you look in the timeline index, you'll be able to take breaks and do all of that. It's very important you've done our previous lessons before this lesson so that you know how to set the spreadsheet up and have it going. So we're going to use a flower shop as our business example, and most small businesses go through these exact same processes. So this is the standard business process. So for the flower shop, the girls have to get up early in the morning and go and purchase flowers at this huge refrigerated market here very early in the morning. And that's the cost price. That's the kind of the wholesale price set by the growers of the flowers from their farms. And that's what they pay to buy their flowers. Then of course, when they get the flowers back to the florist, there's a lot of arranging and making up and packaging and processing, and so they're not doing that for free. So they're not going to sell them at the price that they bought them for at the market. Obviously they're going to increase the price, and that's called marking up. So there's usually a percentage markup, so they increase the price by a certain percentage, and that's what we'll be learning how to do and set that up for Flossie's in the spreadsheet. Then sometimes they might want to apply a discount just to some items. Or they might want to have a global discount like this, where you can get 15% off today if you use the code 15% off today and type that in as part of your order. All right, so everything you order will be 15% off. But they might also want to do discounts on individual items as well, like just have roses discounted today and lilies. So we'll organize all of that. And no matter what you do, whether you just sell it at the marked price, here the markup price without doing any discounts, or if you apply discounts at the very end, sales tax has to be applied before you get the final selling price that the person who's buying the flowers has to pay. That final price they have to pay, price you must pay. And most countries have some sort of sales tax. Here in Australia we have goods and services tax, a 10% GST as it's called. In the UK they've got the value added tax, the VAT. Okay, so that's applied. And when I was living in the United States, depending on what state you were, different states had different sales tax percentage rates. And so often people would drive across the border to the other state to buy things because there was less tax charged on the items. But yeah, each state sort of has their sales tax they put on to the price. So I'll be learning how to do all that standard business process. And Excel is perfect for doing all of these calculations we need to do. So we can set up a whole whole Excel sheet for Flossies to run their business and do all of the pricing, and then everyone will be happy and life will be so much easier. And that's what we want to do. Excel makes life easier, and then you'll be able to excel at your business. All right, so let's look at markup percent increase first. Okay, so the first spreadsheet we're going to make is for markup. So this is the spreadsheet you need, all right? And we went through in the previous lesson how to sort of do this coloring in at the back, change the font color, how to get alternating lines here to make it easier to read, how to do a big heading, how to merge all the cells together for that heading. But basically we've got data here. We've got the wholesale cost price from the market in column B. In column C, we've got the percentage markup, and you can see there's different percent markups for different items. Roses get marked up 120%, which means they would be more than double their price, whereas green leaves and that are used surrounding the bouquet or the arrangement, they only get marked up 50%, so they're kind of 1.5 times what their original price was at the market. But rather than have to get out a calculator and calculate every single one of these rows by multiplying the percent by the cost price, we're going to put it into a spreadsheet. And the really good thing we're going to learn in this lesson is that when you set up the first one, so the first one in D5 here, you can see we'd have to type in equals and then click on B5 and then do our star time symbol, then click on C5 like we did in the previous lesson about using calculations. But once you've done this first one and got it, you can actually grab the corner here and just drag it down, and that'll copy and transpose the whole formula. So it'll work out the next one automatically. It'll put it B6 times C6, B7 times C7, and we'll see that. And that is a fantastic time-saving thing which you can do in Microsoft Excel. So our object is to get this particular spreadsheet here that now has all the marked prices. So it's going to be there. We bought them at the market early in the morning, but when we're marking them up to cover our labor costs of working in the shop, roses have gone from $12.50 there for a bunch of them at the market up to $27.50 so far in their marked price. Okay, so let's get on to that. And remember, the first thing we needed to do was to use our snipping tool. All right, so if you get the snipping tool, we'll start up the snipping tool. And what we'll do is it starts up, and then you go new. Now you have to be on the right thing. People have been having problems where they're on the wrong thing. Like maybe we're on this this spreadsheet here and we try and use the snipping tool. Well, it's going to snip the active item that we're on. So you've got to make sure you're on the right thing. We need to be on this PowerPoint here, or you will be on the video, like pausing the YouTube video on your screen, and then you can go new and you can snip out this part of the screen which is showing. And do we need, no, we don't really need all that other stuff. We just need this. So let's grab that, edit, copy, and we'll go to our spreadsheet where we've got everything typed in already, and we'll just paste it in here and hope that it fits. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we can grab the corner there and resize it. And the rest is going to be very quick and fast. All right. So because you learnt all this in the previous lesson, all right, how to do all those things, we won't make you do it again. In the downloads for the video, if you go to the description, there'll be a link. You can get this starting off spreadsheet, okay, where it's already typed in, and we'll give you that. Now we need to make this marked price. So the column heading's already set up there. And what we need to do now is put in our formula. Now to work out the marked price, all we do is press the equal sign on the keyboard. Remember, it's always equals to start off your math. Then we want to do that wholesale cost price. So we click in that and Excel automatically works out it's B5. Then we do Shift and 8 to get the star, or if you've got a bigger keyboard, you can just go over the right-hand corner and get the star straight away without Shift. So we need that star for multiply. Then we click on the 120% here, and then we type Enter. Okay, just hit the Enter key, and that works it out. Now, this has been pre-formatted. We've colored that in, and you can see it's not in general. We've put it into currency. We were learning about that in the last lesson. And this one here, let's see what happens there. See, that's already in percentage. So that would have to be like that as decimals. And then if you click this percent item here, up the top in the ribbon, that'll put them all into percents. All right, so that's really... All right, let's clear those contents out. Now, see how we've lost our formatting there? We'll show you else something new. We can go to this one, which is already in dollars, would be a good one to pick, and we color it in, and you right click and copy, and then when you paste, there's different paste options here. And all we want to do is paste the formatting, all right? But we need to move over to where we want to paste it first here. But what we do is we right click and we can paste the values, and you can see those number values will go in. You can paste the formula, you can transpose, but we want to do formatting. So you do this paintbrush one, and what it'll do is it'll just copy that formatting, that alternating colors in for us. So that's another new thing about copy and paste. Now let's get back to this. The marked price, it has to go up 120%, all right? So what the price is we have to go equals, we've got to take our original wholesale price, and then we have to add on, so that's take the plus sign, then we better put some brackets, okay, which is like Shift and 9 to open the brackets, and then we'll have to take our percentage here, and we need to multiply that by the wholesale price like that, and then close our bracket. So yes, I had the wrong formula there. We want to take that price and add another 120% onto it. So you've got to take your B5, take your price, your $12.50, then add on whatever the percent is, like 120% times that same value there, all right? And when we do that, then we get the $27.50 that we wanted, okay? So I thought something was wrong because 120% of markup should more than double the price. Double that would be about $24. Now it's more than double, we're all good. And we'll just drag that down, and that is looking a lot better, and we have the answers there. All right, now there's a few things. We lost all our formatting when we dropped it down, but don't remember, we can just go there to something that's got the formatting, go copy, but when we go to this first one here, right click and go that you want to paste the paintbrush, just the formatting in, and then we've got that, and then they've taken all of these and we're going to give them a dark kind of maroon color. Now I've already got that color set up. Now how could you get that color set up? You'd need to go to more colors and then get on this one, say, and then go to custom, and just make that a bit darker, all right? So it's kind of maroony like that, all right? So that's how we make our own custom colors as well. So now, marked price needs to be centered as well. So you can see here it's in the center of the column. So remember, when you're here, and we've done the wrap text from the previous lesson, you can just go up to the alignment and center that heading, and that looks pretty good now. And I think, yeah, that's exactly the same. It's got the right numbers. Okay, sorry about all of that. My mistake. All right, so finally we're ready to go on to the next one. That took longer than I expected. So let's get into it. So we've done our markup percent increase. That's all done. Now, let's look at discounts, okay? Discount percent decrease. All right, now we've been going 15 minutes. If you want to take a break, just do it now. You've done markups, so next we'll do percents. Okay, for discount percent increase, what we're doing now is we're going to add functionality so that individual items can be discounted. So what we want to do is take our previous spreadsheet, it's got all the markups, and we want to be able to apply some discount percentage. Now, we want to take 10% off the roses price here and make them cheaper, but see here 0%, 0%. A lot of them are 0, which means we're not giving a discount. There's just discounts today on roses, sunflowers, chrysanthemums, and the country bouquet of flowers, all right? So this is what we want to set up now. So as usual, just get your snipping tool, and you'll have to pause the video and just snip this guy out here. Okay, and maybe we better look at that first. To obtain the discount price value, we need to work out the marked price and multiply it by the discount and then do a subtraction, okay? So a bit like doing the markup, how we had to sort of do the percent times the value and then add it on to the original value. When we're doing a discount, we have to take that marked price value and then we've got to do 10% of the marked price value, work that out. So work out 10% of $27.50 would be $2.75. Then you've got to add that take that $2.75 off because we're doing discounting, we're doing minusing. So then you've got to take the $2.75 away from the $27.50 and you'll get the $24.75. We're going to do it all in one formula as highlighted in pink there. We're going to just do the D5 cell minus the E5 times the D5, all right? So just make a note of that. And maybe we should copy all of that across just so we know what we're doing. So let's copy that and get back to our spreadsheet here and paste it in and just resize, whoops, grab the corner of that and resize it. A bit more. Okay, so we need discount percentage and discount price. All right, now what we can do is, see how we got markup percentage? Let's just take that whole column and hold down our mouse and color it in. Then we'll right click and copy, and we'll just go into this box and right click and paste the whole thing. All right, so we'll just paste all of that. And then these values here, just whoops. Okay, so we've done that. So press the ESC escape key in the corner to stop all those ants from the copy and pasting. So the ESC key. Now, this guy here doesn't look too good. That needs to say discount percentage. So we'll go up the top in the formula bar and change that to discount percentage. Then we need to just make that, click off it, and then make this a little bit wider by getting those double arrows at the top and a little bit wider again so it fits. And what we're doing next is everything's kind of gone a bit out of line there because discount percentage seems to be pushed down the bottom and marked price. Okay, now it's snapped back. All right, so I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway, click off and click back on, that's snapped off. Now, these aren't the values we want. So what we can do is we can just right click and clear the contents there, okay? And then we've got our discount percentage column all set up. Now, our discount price, it's going to be the same kind of column as marked price. So what you do is you just take this one, color it in, and you can do Control C, or you can right click and go copy. And then over here, we're right clicking and we're just pasting the whole thing. So use this first clipboard one to paste it in. All right, so that's going to be called the discount price. So we'll go up in the formula bar and fix that up. And then these ones here aren't the ones we want. So we'll right click and we'll clear contents on those. Right click and clear contents after we colored them all in. And now we're ready to go. Now I've got borders around all of these, but we might fix that up later. All right, so we've got our discount price and our discount percent. Now we need to put our discount percentages in. Just see if I can sneak that back a little bit. So look, a lot of them are 0%. So this is another thing we can do with Excel. If we just put a 0 in and press enter, that's our first one. And we can copy all those zeros all the way down, and that'll save us a bit of typing because there's quite a few that are zeros, okay? So if we just drag that all the way down like copying formulas, see how they're all 0 now? And now we can just fix up the ones we need to. That's 10, so I'll type 10 and press enter. I'll just keep pressing enter till I get to sunflowers here, and they're 10%. So I'll press enter, chrysanthemums underneath them are 20, and looking at that right-hand side sheet, we just need the country bouquet is 10. All right, so that's got all of those done pretty quickly, and we'll just color them in. I will do all the formatting at the end, actually make all the colors. Right, now our discount price. Now we lost our row formatting, so let's just go here and go right click, copy, and back onto this one, right click. Now make sure you use the paintbrush, paste options paintbrush, so we just put the formatting in and don't lose our percent values. And let's just color those in. Hang on, press the escape key, ESC, up the top left-hand corner to get rid of those ants first. Color those guys in, and let's make them kind of that navy blue color. All right, that's looking nice. I better do a save of our work. Now the discount price. Now this is a bit complicated. We need to do work out, and they're all in dollars. How did that happen? Let's put them all into percents by clicking the percent up here in formatting. That looks a bit better. All right, so for the discount price, we need to do 10% times that, okay, and work that out, and then that needs to be minused from here, all right? So we need to take our marked price, so if we go equals, let's grab our marked price, and then what we'll need to do, hang on, I'm doing too many things at once here. I'll move that across. All right, so we need to go equals, grab our marked price, then we need to subtract, then we need to use some brackets, so Shift and 9 to open brackets on the keyboard. Then we need to do the 10% times the 2750 and close our brackets with Shift 0. All right, so that's going to take this value and subtract away this 10% of the value. So it should do 27.50 minus $2.75 and give us this 24.75 that's over the right hand side there. And yay, that's what we got. So let's just do the next one, all right? Just so you make sure you know what we're doing. So we're going equals, we're taking the marked price, but then we're reducing it. So we're doing subtraction, Shift 9 to get some brackets. We're doing that percentage there, so click on that. Then click your times sign. Then we want to multiply it by this marked price. So click back on that again, and let's put that in, and then we press enter, and we're done. And see, 0% discount means it still stays at $14.40. So that seems to be working quite well. Let's just do one more to show you, then we'll use the drag down quick thing. So we're doing the marked price, then you need to subtract, okay, and do your brackets there, the percentage times by the marked price, and then close your brackets and then press enter. All right, so they're going along all right. The 1330, 0% stays at 1330. Now you can drag this thing here, and another little trick I think I can show you is if you click on this one and then you press down your Shift key and hold it down and click on that one, see how we get two highlighted here? I think if you do that, so we just clicked on the first one, clicked on this one, put our finger on the Shift key and held the Shift key down, clicked on the second one, took our finger off the Shift key, then we dragged down. I think it'll do the formatting okay then. It does. And do we get the right answers though? $17.60, $7.59, 14, couple of 14.40s, 18, 15, 20, 17.01. Yes, we do. The only thing is that they need to be kind of a blue color, so we'll color all those in and make them that blue color. And I think we're pretty good. I think now we've got the discount. So if they decide tomorrow roses aren't having a discount, they can just change that to 0 and that'll be tomorrow's discount price, okay? If roses are going to be 25% off because they're wilting a bit and are nearly ready to throw out, maybe we could go for a 25% discount and that'll reduce it down by 1/4, which looks about right. But I think the one we had was 10%. All right, so that's all good. We can do discount individual items and it'll calculate us the discounted price. But we did have to use a bit of extra formulas with brackets and things, which we haven't done before. So that's finished. So let's delete that off because we don't need that little pasty thing there anymore. Just save our work that we've done and get on to the very next thing. Okay, global sale discount. All right, now if you want to take a break now because this has been like nearly 25 minutes or so, and you can come back and then we'll do this bit. We'll add the functionality so that if you want a full N%, where N could be some number, off everything sale. So let's say we want to do that 15% off with the 15% off today code. So today is 15% off everything. Now this is done a different way. We're not doing the individual discount percentages like we did just then. We're coming up with a sale price, and every single discount price here, that's the price we're up to at the moment after we've got them wholesale, we've marked up the percentage and actually done it properly, got the marked price, then the marked prices had either zero discount applied to it and stayed the same, or it did have a discount. And then this one here, we're going to take another 15% off here. We're going to take 15% off and get these ones. Now, because we're using 15% for the whole thing, we're going to have a different box up here that says the sale percent today is 15%. And if we don't want to have a sale on, all we do is change this to 0%, and then things will stay at their regular price, okay? So this gives us the option of having a global sale where we can put whatever percent we want. We can do 50%, 25%, and I'll take it off the latest price and give us this new today's sale price, all right? So that's what we're working on next. So let's just not grab all of that this time because we don't need all of it. Now, to make sure that the sale formula, we'll just talk about this bit here actually in the right-hand corner. All right, now this 15%, if we do it on the first one, then you grab your corner and pull down. What it'll do is it'll transpose, it'll use these cells here, these blank ones instead, and that'll be a problem. When we do the copying, we don't want it to automatically transpose and shift down for the 15%. So I have to use this thing called, it's kind of like cell locking or absolute cell referencing, it's called in Excel. And what it means is when we copy a formula anywhere, it's not going to change the position of this. Like this, usually when you drag down, sort of, something that's at B5, D5 now becomes B6, D6, B7, D7, B8, D8. It automatically transposes. We don't want that to happen, or it'll be transposing into these blank ones, which are 0. We want it to stay locked on that cell. We want the other ones to change, but we want this one to stay locked. So you put dollar signs around it. You put $H, $2. That's in H2 is where that 15% is. So we have to use this absolute referencing $H, $2, and you just put that in your formula when you're doing the percent, and all will be good, as you will see. So let's not grab all of that because we've got all the rest of the spreadsheet made. Let's just take this little bit here that we need. There. All right. So probably running out of a bit of room in our spreadsheet. Okay, back here and here. And shrink that down a bit. Okay, so we need a new column called sale price. So let's just copy this whole column, color that in, and go, I'll just do Control C this time, and then I can go up the top there and I can do Control, hold down the Control key and do V, or you can do your right click and paste, and it's pasted everything across. And what we need to do now is take this one, and this needs to be a purple color, so let's make it purple. And then we need to right click and clear the contents. So right click, clear contents to make blankies. And we've got all of that sale price. So where it says discount price, click in there, go up to the formula bar. Remember, that's where you change these guys, and we'll put it to sale price. All right, now how do we calculate these sales prices? Now we need our sale 15% off. Where was that going? That was going there. I think, does it go in here? Yeah, I think it goes here, and we've got to tidy things up a bit later in terms of merging some cells and things, but let's just put it there at the moment. And that should say sale percent is going to be 15%. So that's that. And I think it's in dark blue, and I think it's bold. And I think for the background, we're going to use a pink. Any pink will do. Okay, so sale percent is 15%. So the 15% is in H2. All right, so what we need to do is go equals, and remember you need to take your latest price, and then we've got to subtract because we're doing discounts. Then we'll need our brackets, and the percent this time's 15%. So we click in there and we do that one times this same one again, don't we? That one. So we got to take that price and subtract the 15% times by that same guy, and that'll remove 15% off the price. So if we do that, we get $21.04, which is the right answer. You can check it out just manually on a calculator if you want. So that's good. Now watch what happens when we drag down. All right, so if we go to our corner and drag down, we've got $14.40, not $12.24. See, $14.40, it hasn't gone down 15%. All of them have stayed the same price, $15.20, $15.20. It should be going down because we're trying to do a 15% sale on all of these items. So these ones here are not working, all right? So let's just right click on those and go clear contents. So that dragging down didn't work. Now, why didn't it work? Let's just try drag down a couple and show you. All right, so why did it stay on 1440? Because it's doing H3, so it's getting the percent from here at H3, and that's a blank cell, so it's going to be 0%. And if you subtract 0 from something, it's not going to change, so it stays on 1440. When we get to this one, it's using H4 to get the percent. H4 is this blanky one here, okay? And that's just going to be 0. So if you take away 0, it's still going to stay the same. And that's the problem. It's grabbing all of these blank ones progressively going down here as it does the transposing. So that's where our problem is, and that's where we need to use this cell referencing. Now, how that works is we want it to stay on H2 all the time. So if we go up to our formula bar here, and I have to zoom in to see it, you need to type $H and $2 there. And what that does is it locks both the column and the row on H2. So this formula here will always go and use H2. Even if you type it in down here or drag it to copy it, because of the dollar signs there, $H, $2, instead of just using regular H2, that is going to keep it locked in and always use this value at H2. And I'll show you, it works now. It better work anyway. If we drag down, see $14.40, it has had a 15% reduction. It's down to $12. Okay, something that was $18 has gone down to $15. That's about a 15% reduction. Our $7.50 is now $6.38. And we're getting the same figures as in here. So everything is working fabulously. All we need to do is just get our alternating rows. And remember, the easy way to do that is just find one that's already got the alternating ones and is in dollars. And then if you right click and copy and then go to this one here, but make sure you use the paintbrush, that you only want to copy the formatting, and then press your ESC to get rid of those ants, the escape key up the top left-hand corner, and color those in because they were supposed to be that purple color. All right, so we are looking good. We now have our sale price, and let's change it. Let's have a 0% sale. So there is no sale. And you can see that $24.75 stays as $24.75. $17.01 stays as $17.01. So that means there is no sale on at the moment. These prices are not going down, down. Let's have like 100%, let's do a 90% off sale. All right, you can see they've really shrunk. $24.75, now you can get them for $2.48. What a bargain. $18 goes down to $1.80. All right, what happens if we do a 100% off sale? Well, actually, we've done a 10,000 off, and it's way too big to fit in the cells. Okay, I think I typed something wrong there. 100% off. All right, 100% off means take off everything, take off the whole price. So everything becomes 0, it's free. All right, so if you do a 100% sale, everything becomes free. That's not going to be too good for business. So let's put it back to 15% because that's what they're doing with this little voucher thingy today. So that's all done, and that's absolute cell referencing. And we're going to have to use that same thing in a minute to do our global tax, which is the last thing we need to do. So let's save our spreadsheet and let's get back onto the last thing. So that was doing the global sale. Now, global sales tax, right at the end, you got out on GST, or if in the UK it's VAT, or if you're in the good old USA, it'll be whatever state tax for the tax that your state that you're residing in. Now, So we've got to work out the tax amount because we have to know how much of the money we've got to actually send off to the government, because we kind of collect the tax for them in our shop and then we've got to send it off. So we need to know the tax amount this time, and then we need to work out the final price. So it's a little bit different than before, but because we've got to do for Australia 10% GST tax on every single item, it has to be the same on each item. We need to put it up here, and then we are going to have it do it globally. All right, so let's just, this will be the last thing to finish it off. So let's just get our snipping tool, and we don't need everything, we just need this stuff right here. So let's take that, go back to our spreadsheet that we're working on and paste that in and do that. Okay, now we need to work out the tax amount and then get our final price. All right, so tax amount's just dollars, and so is final price. So what we could do is we could just grab these two columns which are in dollars, and we'll just Control-C them and go to this one and do Control-V or right-click and paste. Make sure you paste everything. Then we get a whole bunch of weird stuff happening, all these green bars and that, but let's color in the number values and clear the contents there on everything. All right, so the discount, this is going to be not the discount price, this is our tax amount, so I better change that heading, tax amount. This is the final price now that the customer has to pay, because the customer's got to have tax put on it. And that guy's got a different paint bucket background, that's purple. Okay. All right, so what's the tax amount? Well, we need another one of these in here. Now, how have we done this? That's merged with that. Okay, I think we need to insert a row here. So if we click on that number 3, okay, to get that whole row highlighted, then right click and go insert. That will make another row, and then we can go to the side here and get our double arrows and push down and make that a skinnier row. And then let's just right click on number 4, so click number 4 so you get the whole row, right click and go insert, and then we'll have another one. All right, so let's take this one and do Control X to cut it and put it in this one. Okay, that looks a bit better. And this one's going to be tax percent, and that's going to be 10%. Okay, so if we put in 10 and go back to our home tab and click our percent for formatting, that's all good. And that one's got a different background, a kind of a light purple. All right, now how do you get that light purple background? We don't have it here. Well, what you do is you make it purple to start off with, then you can right click, then you can go back to your paint bucket and pick more colors. Then if you go to the custom tab, what we can do is we can lighten that right up like this. Okay, we might not have showed you that in the previous lesson. Now that seems to be pushed right up the top of the cell, like it's banging its head on the top of the cell there, because of these things. I don't know why it was set like that, but these alignment things, just put that one there. And that one seems to be up the top, banging its head a bit as well. So let's just put that into middle aligning. Oh, I'm so fussy and finicky, but we need to get back to doing some actual calculations here. Okay, so we got that, that's at H4, all right? Now this was at H2 and we've changed it to H3, but Excel is so smart. Look at good old Excel. It's changed everything to $H, $3 for us, okay? So that's what I love about Excel. It's actually intelligent, unlike some other people you meet in the street. All right, so to get the tax amount, we need to go equals, and then we're gonna have to take 10% of this. So we click on our 10% and we multiply by this one, all right? And then we can get that. Now, why are we doing it this way when it's 10% for everything? Couldn't we just do 10% drag down copy? Well, the thing is, maybe later on in the future, GST will go up to 15%, or maybe we want to use this in the UK where maybe flowers had 20% VAT on them or something, okay? So it just gives flexibility by doing that, so that's what we're doing. Now, the thing is, remember, if we drag it down though, we're going to have problems because here we've got a horrible error, some sort of exclamation value, it doesn't like that. All sorts of weird things are going wrong there, so let's just clear those out. Because what we need to do is go back to the first one we did, remember, and make that $H, so go up to the edit bar, that needs to be $H $4, so it always stays locked on that. All right, and doesn't try and go down here, because when it hit that heading, we got dollar value error when it transposed down. So we need to have $H $4, so it'll always go to that box to get the 10% tax. Now, when we drag down, we should be good. And we're getting $10.64. We're getting all those values there. The thing is, those values are a different color. What do we have to do? Well, we've got to take this one here, and remember, copy it, but when you paste it over here, you just want to paste options and get the paintbrush. So we just do that, then press the escape key. Now that one there is some sort of goldy color, so let's just go to the fonts. I think it's this dark one here. All right, so that's our tax amounts there, all good. Whew, one thing to do, the final price. Okay, now the final price, the price has to increase by adding the tax on. So this is actually going to be addition. So we're going to go equals, and we're just going to take our 2104 and use the plus key, which is on your keyboard, shift and equals, or the plus on the far right-hand side, and add the tax on, all right? And that's it, 23.14 is the final price to pay. The next one, equals. You need to take the tax and add on the actual price, and that's good. So see how we can do it either way around. You can either go equals the price and add the tax on, or you can do it the other way. Because remember, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. With adding, it doesn't matter which way around you do it. Different story with subtraction, but adding's fine. Okay, so they seem to be working out all right. Now, we don't want to have to do all those formulas. What we can do is, because we've got our, we can use transposing, and we don't need to lock cells or anything like that with absolute referencing. Once you've done your first one, you can just drag down. Or remember, the even better trick so that you get the formatting is to hold down Shift, click in this one, and then drag down and do all of them like that. Now, on here, Excel is giving us a question mark on something. When Excel puts those little green triangles in, it's asking us a question, and H8 plus G8. Maybe that was because these ones are the other way round. That was a G7 plus H7. Here we did H8 plus G8. I remember when I was showing you how to do them the other way around. Well, that's confused Excel, but what you can do is, it's not a problem. You can just say ignore error, all right? And then what you can do is, if we wanted to get all of them, might as well learn this. When there's a green triangle, you click on the exclamation mark down arrow. First you click on the exclamation mark, see what it says. The formula in this cell differs from the formulas in the other area, in the area of the spreadsheet. Okay, so this one we were sort of doing, we're doing that one plus that one to work it out. This formula we're doing this one plus that one, okay? So we're doing it the opposite order. So Excel's wondering, oh, are you sure you want to do that? That's what it's telling us. And what we can do is you can hold down the CTRL key, and we'll just click on all those ones where it's asking us, why did you add them in the opposite order to what you were doing previously? We can just click on each of those, and then you can right click and, no, we can't right click. We can click on that. We can't do them all at once. I thought I could do them all at once. No, maybe we've got to do them all separately. Okay, well, that's painful. So let's just go down there. We wanted to show you that anyway. So let's just clear the contents, and let's just this time have it that way around, and don't try and be clever with the formatting or anything. Drag it to there, and then drag it all the way down. Okay, now we're getting the right numbers. Whoops, press ESC if something like that happens, or maybe we need to use that go backwards thing next to the save key to fix that. I don't know what I pressed. All right, so we just need a bit of format colors. So remember, you can right click on that and copy, click on that, but make sure you do the paintbrush paste just to do formatting. They've got to all be purple. So let's get on them and make them all purple. And that's our final prices done. All right. So now, hooray, we have the fully functioning spreadsheet, and we'll just use the slider down the bottom here to slide it down a bit. Whoa, we've got, oh, my mouse is so bad. Hey, I'd be barking too, Murphy. All right, can't quite get my slider right, but here we go. This is a fully functioning spreadsheet. So everything's right now, and they can run the whole business from this. So let's say tomorrow when they go to the market, there's a shortage of chrysanthemums, and see how they were $10 here. They're suddenly $20. It'll just readjust and mark them up to 38, take the 20% off, or maybe we'll decide, no, we're not having any discount because they're too rare at the moment to knock down in price, and I'll redo this, and they're going to be $35.53, okay? And if we go back, we can just change that to 10, and they're going to be $17.77. So yeah, you can change it each day. You can alter markup percentages. You can change your discounts of individual items. You can say, okay, today we're not having a sale, so we'll just put the global sale percent as 0. And everything just alters and changes, and it gets you your final price. So it takes all that mathematical pain out of running the business. Once you've got this set up and done, it's all good. Now, there was something else we were going to do with some borders. All right, how long have we been going? Oh, 50 minutes. I knew it'd be a 1 hour lesson. Didn't really want it to be that long, but yeah, we had to get some cell borders in here. So remember, the trick with that was, I think we showed you in the last lesson. First up, we'll pick our line color, okay? And the line color we're going to use is just purple, but we're going to make it a dark purple. So we're going back into that line color, and we're going more colors. And then going to custom, and where our purple is, we're going to make it kind of a deep purple. And then we've set the color. Now we also need to set, and you can also do a click to test it with this pencil. So we'll test it out there. Is that the sort of thing we want? Yeah, that looks okay, all right? So we're happy with that. Now we can go down here, and line style is how thick you want it. Now we only want really thin ones for this, so we're just going to have line style thin. So we've set it all up, and we'll just try that out, and that's doing the thing we want it to do. Now we're not going to stay here picking and clicking all day, right? Press your ESC escape key, but now it should be set on that color and thickness. So if we color these all in and go to our border icon here on the ribbon, we should be able to say all borders, and then we get all our borders in that purple color, and that's all good. Now what's happened here? That's all good, that's all good, that's all good. This one here, I think if we look at the original, we kind of want a dark purple around that. We want a dark pink big thing at the bottom, okay? So let's get that done as well. All right, so how do we get that big dark pink one at the bottom? Well, we need to go first, set it up first. Go to your line color, and we're changing it to sort of that pink color, and we'll just check that out. Yeah, that's going to give us a pink color. Maybe, whoops, on the border, on the line color, maybe we want a darker pink like that hot pink. Let's try that out. Okay, that seems to be all right. And then we go to our border color. Now the line style, this time we want to go right down the bottom and have the very thickest line we can. And we'll test it out. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. So press the escape key and then you can get your mouse and we're going to do a bottom border along all of those guys there, okay? So we go to our borders and we want to have a bottom border. You don't have to do thick bottom border because we've already set it up to be pink with the thick line. So that should do that thick pink bottom border that we wanted. So that's all good. I'm just going to try this. Let's just save where we're up to. And I think we just need to make this in a purple color. Yeah, that's got to have kind of this purple all around there. Okay. All right, so we need a purple thick one here. So what we need to do is just go to our borders. Actually, if we look at the style's already on the thick one, so we'll just leave that as it is. But line color, we want it to have a purple color. So we'll try that out. Change that. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So then remember, press ESC. Now you can just get everything colored in that you want to put a border around. I think we wanted to, let's see, we'll do all of those numbers there. So we'll color them all in and go to that, and it should be set at purple and it should be set at thick. So we just want all borders around everything. Is that right, or do we just want it around the edge? Oh, I can't remember now. No, it was just around the edge. Okay, now see how we've done it wrong? Just remember, use your undo borders or your Control and Z here to undo that. All right, and we should be able to undo it, although we haven't undone everything. Let's just undo. All right, what we need to do is we just want a solid line here and a solid line here. All right, so let's color it in. And we just want a left border down there first up. Now it should all be set at the thick settings and everything. We'll just check that out. The line color is purple and the line style is the big thick one at the bottom, so that's all good. So I just need to do a left border, all right? And when we just click back over here, that's put the left border in. Now we've got a problem there with that one. We'll fix that up. Let's fix that up. Now what's that? That's some bottom border, I think. What if we say... No, we'll have to fix that up at the end, actually. All right, let's color them all in again. Now we need that right-hand one. So much fiddling around. So we need a right border now, so we'll do right border. And we're nearly there. We just wanted those colored in, and we don't want that line underneath. So what we'll have to do is try this, I think. If we take this cell and we copy it, but in here we only paste the paintbrush formatting, that will fix us up. We haven't got a line at the side. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try copy this one and just copy, paste in just the formatting. Okay, now it looks like it's back to its skinny line, and this one here, whoa, we'll just have to go there and give it a left border that's a thick boy. And I think just to match up, that heading also just needs a right border. So it squares up perfectly. Oh my goodness. All right, and I think in the original these weren't bolded either, so we'll just unbold them. Whew, that's it. We're finally done. All right, so that's making it all pretty and making it look good, okay? And that was a bit more about borders, how you can set the thickness, the style. Just do your color and your style first, then do a little pencil click to test. Then you can kind of drag down, and you can do just a left border and just a right border. If you play around with it, you'll figure it all out. Sorry about the mistakes we've made in this video. We always find it hard during these long videos, and I guess you do too. So make sure you took breaks, and let's see what's going on back here, because that should be everything finished. So we did our global sales tax, and we got all those borders looking beautiful, and everything looks just like that, and it's all fully functional. Whew, Flossies is thankful they can do their work now. So what did we learn? We learned so much. We learned how to do markups, how to do the percent increase, and then remember you had to add the percent increase on, which I forgot to do. Setting the cell border color and style, which is just what we were doing then, all that kind of border stuff. You can copy and paste just the format. So if you just need the alternating row coloring in and don't want to mess up the values that's in there, okay, make sure you just, when you paste, you use that paintbrush paste so it just copies the format. We can do discounts, or we can do individual items discount, or we can have a global sale where there's 15% or 20% off everything. We did the global sale discount, but you have to use your dollar $2 type thing there to lock them in and have absolute cell referencing. Same thing with the sales tax, we've done that. And now there's a challenge task. Whoa, okay, one for you to do. So we've got good old Cyril Cybershop. Remember Cyril Cybershop from the previous lessons? All right, there we go. That's going to be where we make up something so that Cyril can do all his stuff as well. All right, so he gets his things at a wholesale cost price, probably from China and Japan and places, and then he needs to mark them up and have a marked price. He's going to have a discount on ASUS motherboards at the moment and portable power packs. Right, so the easiest way to make this, when you look at this, hang on, I've seen something like that before. Yes, you have, right there. Okay, so just take your Flossie's flower one and copy it to make Cyril's. All right, so I'll show you what we mean. The easiest way to do it is copy Flossie's one. So just copy it. Now, how you do copying, one more thing to learn. I know you're sick of learning, but let's say we had Cyril's tax 1, and that's what it should look like when it's finished. All right, so say if we wanted another copy of this Cyril's tax 2 down here. See this spreadsheet, see down the bottom where it's got that particular spreadsheet in the tabs. If you right click and go move or copy, and then make sure you click this create copy, all right? And P4 sheet, well, let's move it right up to the start before the Flossie markup price start one. Okay, so you make sure you click create copy and do that. And then click there, and it'll put this brackets too, but we could just call that Cyril's tax, double click in there, and then you can get in and rename it, and that could be tax 3. Now we don't want that right at the start. What you can do is you can push down your mouse, and you should be able to kind of move it along. See how we got a little sheet of paper we're moving, and we could dump it after Cyril's tax 2. Well, it went before Cyril's tax 2, maybe if we dump it over here. Okay, we can grab Cyril's tax 2 and move it back. And then we got Cyril's tax 1, tax 2, and tax 3. All right, so you can copy those things. Just make sure you've got the copy thing clicked. That's one more, a bit of bonus learning for us. Holy dooly. All right, so that's a challenge task. If you do everything properly, and so look, if you just copy Flossie's flowers, change a few things round, you'll be able to make this quite easily. So this is a great thing. Once you've made a product for one customer, then you've got something you can market. It can be for Cyril's Cyber Store, it can be for Kate's Coffee Shop, it can be for Flossie's Flowers, it can be for Helena's Hairdressing, Nellie's Nails and Beauty, all right, Mario's Milk Bar. Just everyone can have one of these to use, all right? So that's the thing. It's called like making a template. We've got a template now that we can copy and paste and work off to customize for other people. And that's enough. Now remember, if you want one of these fabulous I Always Excel t-shirts, and who wouldn't want one, because I love Excel. You can get them not from Passy's World of ICT, but you can get them on eBay. Just type in Microsoft Excel t-shirt, and you can either get one from France, which is written in English anyway, or you can get the one from the UK, and they're quite cost effective and affordable, but with the current COVID Wuhan flu, they'll take forever to get here. And there is a I Love Spreadsheets one as well, which I haven't ordered because of the COVID flu, the Chinese flu. It'll take forever to get here. All right, so the next steps to continue doing this Excel beginners course. Make sure you work through the videos and lessons in the order that they're given. Give this video a big thumbs up like, because it's going to help you a lot, and subscribe to our channel so that you will get the next lessons as they come through, and we'll see you in the next lesson.